Marriage is one of the most beautiful decisions you would ever make. But you need to make that decision with a very clear head and you need to make a very informed decision. And this is why you need to have these conversations before you go into the marriage. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's still the month of love and we're still talking about love. So today I'm going to be talking about important discussions to have before you go into marriage. So let's get right into it. First things first, let's talk about finance. Finance is such a big topic that should not be ignored before you go into any marriage. And this is why money can cause so many problems. Like even between friends, money can cause a lot of problems. Now imagine between spouses that are going to be living together for the rest of their lives. Now you have to have conversation about money. It's not something that you should wait till maybe till when we're married we'll have conversation about it. No, you should have that conversation before you get married so you know if you're aligned on that topic. Now you have to have conversations like, are we going to have a joint account? How are we going to be running our house? How are we going to be saving? What's our investment plan going to look like? Several conversations around finance. Some people want joint accounts, some people do not. Some people prefer to just spool money anytime there's a major project the family want to do, and so on and so forth. But if you don't have that conversation, you're going to be entering that commitment blindly. And then when you enter and someone is saying A and you're like, no, I don't want that, and you're saying B, it's going to cause a lot of issues. And that's where the whole concept of my money is money and all of that. Know from the start, is it your money? Is it my money? Is it our money? That is the best thing. Have a clear direction on what your financial plans are and how money would be spent, how money will be used for the family as a whole. Have this conversation, it will save you a lot of stress. Next, children. Yes, children. Do you know that there are people that don't want to have children? Like, there are actually people that do not want to have children, and it is not such a bad thing, to be very honest. Everybody with their own beliefs and everything, but there are people that do not want to have children, and that's why the conversation needs to be had. This is exactly why the conversation needs to be had. I want to know, do you want children? How many children do you want? And because you don't want to enter the marriage and someone is telling you, oh, I actually don't want to have children, I just want to adopt, or I don't even want children plus adoption plus having children, or like I'm not interested, and you're like, excuse you. So that's why the conversation needs to be had. I need to know, how many children do you want to have? Somebody cannot want to have six children while you want to have two children. That's misalignment. You people need to be aligned. So this is why this discussion needs to be had before the marriage. Let's know if we're aligned on that topic. And if we're not, we can discuss about it and eventually come to a concession or whatnot. But this is a conversation that needs to be had. You don't want to be stuck with someone that's not aligned with your expectations for having children. Aside having children, for also raising the children. How are we going to raise our children? This is also a conversation that needs to be had. Have this conversation before marriage. This one is really, 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 really important for my generation, or for like the younger generation, and it is relocation. A lot of people want to relocate, and how some people want to relocate is the same way some people do not want to relocate, and I mean permanent relocation. So this is a conversation that needs to be had, and not just relocation conversation. You also need to know, imagine I want to go to Canada and the person I want to marry wants to go to Australia. That's a misalignment. So we need to know, I want to relocate, and I mean relocate permanently. Are you open to relocation, or do you want to be here for a very long time, and you just want to be traveling and all of that? So that's a conversation that needs to be had. Both of you need to know if you are both open to relocation, one, and if you are both aligned on where you want to relocate to. Some people are both open to relocation, but they don't want to relocate to the same place, which would cause issue in the long run. I want to go to Canada. As I said, you want to go to Australia. Like those are two different sides. So we have to be aligned. Discuss, have a conversation. Let's know. Are you open? Where do you want to go to? And if you are fine on that, then you can move ahead. But this is a conversation that definitely needs to be had in my own generation or in our generation. Another conversation that needs to be had, right, is gender roles, domestic duties, running of the house, general stuff. Because you need to know what the person thinks about gender role, marriage, duties, all of that. There are people that believe that they don't need to lift a finger, and their wife is going to be the one cooking everything. There are women that believe that the man is the sole provider. They don't need to bring anything to the table, right? So there are different beliefs that people have, and which is why you need to have the conversation. First, gender roles. It's really important. Who is going to be, for instance, cooking? Do I have to be cooking every day? Do you understand? Like, what what is your expectation of me where in this regard? This is a conversation that needs to be had. You need to know, do we have to buy a washing machine? Are we going to be needing a house help? And it's not because anybody doesn't want to bring their all. It is just a conversation that needs to be had, especially if the two parties are full-time, like 9 to 5 workers. There are some certain things that would need to probably be outsourced, and you need to know your partner's opinion about those things, right? Are they open to outsourcing? Do they think that a particular role or a particular, should I say, a particular chore is for the man or the woman? So this is a conversation that needs to be had, and this is because And this is so you are not misaligned, to be honest. This is so you are not misaligned. Everybody knows what to expect. You don't get into it and you're saying, oh, I thought. Once you've had the conversation about it, there's no more thoughting. Except the person is a big liar and the person just wanted to get over with it. So the person lied. But if you're with a genuine person, and you guys have spoken about it, it's easier when you are now in the marriage and different things are going the way you've already spoken about. So that is a conversation that needs to be had. Gender roles, duties, and what's not. Family background and relationship with family. When you are planning to get married to someone, you have to know what their relationship with their family is. And in what sense? Number one, do you have a close relationship with your family? You know that there are people that don't talk to their family members, and I'm not even joking. Like, there are people that maybe out of all their family members, maybe just one person or two people. You also need to know their relationship with their parents. How close are they to their parents? Do they have outstanding beef with their parents that you might inherit or not? No, this is even important. Like, a lot of people have family issues, family dynamics, different family relationships that you need to be very aware of. So you need to know and you need to observe. You need to ask, right? And even in asking, you need to observe because you need to know how that person relates to their family, what their final family relationship is like, what his family or our family dynamics are like. Are you someone that your family, you people like always move together, or like you people have internal beef with each other? These are questions that you need to ask because in the long run, it would affect the dynamics of your own relationship with the person because you need to know, okay, am I talking to this person? Are we relating to this person? Not because, as I said, like you're not inheriting beef per se, but you just need to know what's going on with that person and their family. And for Some people are very family oriented. Like immediately they get married, like two of their siblings are moving into their house, or maybe a cousin, whatever. So you need to be aware. Are you the kind of person that like entertains family? Two different people are coming together, so we might have two different, instincts, or maybe natural habitats or whatever, right? Some people don't want any family with them, maybe for the first few years of their marriage, while some people don't mind. So you need to be aware. Are you that kind of person? Would you mind if my sister came to live with us in the first year of our marriage? Would you mind if my cousin came to live with us in the first year of our marriage or not? So these are questions that you need to ask, and it's very important because you know, it could change the dynamics of your marriage or your relationship. So please ask. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you've learned one or two things. I mean, the list is not exhaustive, but these are very important questions that you need to ask before you go into that marriage. It would help you, it would save you, and it will give you a clear pathway as to where you are headed. So remember to share, comment, and like. See you in my next video.